Hello, and welcome back to more Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut 10-year Anniversary LP Part 2.
That is a mouthful. You want to say that again?
No, thanks. No. I don't think I do.
You better call the first part our 10-year anniversary. This time it's not up.
I already gave first for a name. I think you're going to like even better, though.
What is it? It's already up, so you can tell me.
10 years of bad decisions.
Yeah, that's about right.
Like, am I wrong?
Objectively, no.
So, yep, we're on stage 3 now, Xenopolis. It's exactly what you would think it is.
Yeah, the actual gimmick to beat the stage is you have to play the minigames. For better or for worse, depending on who you ask.
Or you can just fail.
Or you can just skip it.
Well, I've already gotten my 50 rings, so I can't go through the easy path. Yeah, okay. I've never gotten that many bounces.
So, I think it said it at the beginning, but I am bad at paying attention. How many are you supposed to get? I think it's like 300 rings or something?
400.
Okay. And yeah, the best way is to constantly fail because the bottom area has a ton of rings. If I remember correctly,
Yeah.
it resets every time you fail, right?
It does, I think.
If it
Yeah.
doesn't, it still gives you like a ton of, almost like
Yeah,
gems.
I still want to show off the 2 Xeno boards first, though.
Yeah, because we do like gambling after all.
Of course, of course. Welcome to Yogaidr,
That'll
if you
be-
didn't know that.
Though to be fair, pinball isn't really gambling. I think there is actually strategy to pinball. Like, you don't see pinball in casinos. Unless it was like
the
a rigged
leading strategy
pinball.
is the straight up cheat, i.e. tilt the machine.
That's considered a strategy?
I always considered it cheating, but teach their own.
I mean, yeah, I would say feels like cheating too, personally, but I guess technically it's strategy, or at least people I think would argue that. Like people who play pinball, at least.
Please tell me there's
That's-
actually a competitive pinball scene.
The competitive pinball circuit. That's what it should be called.
It's not, shame on you, get to work.
I want it to be called the competitive pinball circuit.
That way, no. You know, on this board, if you can get up to that mare area, you want to. I'm just really bad at it. Oh, and right as I say that, and this is why you want up here.
Also, welcome to Nights into Dreams.
Yep.
This is back when people still cared about Nights.
It's back when
I mean,
Knights
it's
still
like-
had a game that was released.
And by people cared about Nights, I mean the developers, because people still care about Nights, so developers don't.
Like, there was...
Or Sega doesn't.
There's the Saturn game, and then there was a game
The
made
Wii
for the
game.
Wii back in 2007, and that is literally it. After that, you're lucky if Knights gets a cameo in a Sega crossover game.
Yeah, you're literally lucky if they get a cameo. If he gets a cameo, because weren't people pissed that in Transformed or whatever that he didn't get a cameo?
Pretty sure Knights is she for one, and two, yes.
Yeah,
Been a while since
'cause-
I played the game, but yeah.
It's like literally only fans care about him anymore. Poor Knights. To be fair, I don't understand why the game it's as much praise as it does. Like, it's not bad by any means, but it's not like the best thing in the world. It's just like a quick little arcadey game, which isn't bad at all.
I mean, that's
I do
literally
like
Sega's
Knights.
entire repertoire.
Yeah, I know. I mean, they started as an arcade company, so at least I'm pretty sure they did.
Oh, maybe his
Also-
this one was 50. Well, I
Also,
guess we're
they
gonna
do-
show off the sewers.
Yay! Also, they do have a what's it called? Sega has a a lot of arcades in Japan. And
They
a
used to,
lot
not
of
anymore.
games. No, they still do.
They sold them all off. Remember, that was a big news story at the end of the year.
Oh shit! Wait, that happened last year?
Yeah,
Oh, I completely forgot about that. Sorry. Why'd they sell them all off?
because it's Sega and they're broke. Because they can't
That's
stop
surprising.
making bad decisions.
That's actually really surprising because they're I've been to Japan and I've been to their
Yeah, but that was a few
what's
years
it called?
ago.
I know, but I was gonna say they're it's not bad. Like their what's it called isn't bad at all. Their arcades. Also, their arcades were literally meant for you to spend as much more money than the average arcade, I feel like. And you might be like, well, how does that work? Or what do you mean by that? So Sega arcades really love to have, you know those like anime statues and stuff like that? Sega arcades
Nobody would get on that.
love to have claw machines full of those like anime statues that you could get.
I literally only know of this because they have them in the Yakuza games.
Yeah, it's actually pretty accurate there. Surprisingly. Except obviously the what's it called? The only difference between that is in Yakuza they're much smaller. Their actual arcades were pretty big. But alas, apparently they're all gone. Surprisingly, not a lot of Sonic games, if any, in
Well,
what's it
Sonic
called?
isn't an arcade franchise.
True. But they did have some random. There were some random one-off
There
Sonic.
was a couple one-offs, but well, that's just it. There were one-offs. Like, I
Yeah.
don't think Sega Sonic ever got re-released, for instance.
They should clearly put Sonic 1 in the arcade, so then it has another
So they
port.
have another port. Yeah, of course. Look, you've gone
Honestly,
over
I'm surprised-
older videos before, like all the random crap they've made into arcade machines. They literally took the Ghost level from Sonic Adventure 2 and turned that into an arcade.
Yeah, but where's? I mean, they probably made Sonic 1 into an arcade game. Let's be honest.
If any of that era of games, I feel like Knuckles Chaotix probably makes more sense, but yeah, no, Sonic 1 definitely. Because again, it's Sega.
Well, Knuckles Chaotix was the definition of an experiment of a game. I love Knuckles Chaotix.
You've never played it. If you
It's the
have, you
greatest-
wouldn't have said that. It is not a good
I'm
game at all.
joking. No, it barely feels finished.
It's not!
I don't even
you
think it
cannot
is
convince me it
finished.
is!
Yeah. Can't wait to inevitably play that game.
I mean,
That'll
it's
be
probably going to
interesting.
happen whenever we end up doing the Classic / Genesis era Sonic games. I'm sure it'll be part of the bundle.
Yeah, probably.
Get up here. Up for the... There's a spot over here. I learned when I was routing up my jump and stuff, like, you could actually get up here without even having to jump, surprisingly.
Yep. I'm not surprised, actually, because weird geometry does make sense, honestly, in this game. I can think.
Actually, not really. Like, at all. There's a couple weird instances, but it's very rare. Like, you would think you could do stuff in here, but no, you can't.
You're very rare, Mayo. Medium rare, actually. I take it back.
Like, that pool is literally just there for no reason. Like, yeah, it's
Have you
just
like
body
your
water.
Done. No, it's there for a reason. It's called floaties.
I mean, yes and no.
It's for the best. Oh, I can't wait till we. It's gonna be such a 180 when we get to big. Like a 180 from our original LP.
Oh yeah, seriously. Original big is the worst. This will be
Big is the best. Let's play big forever.
I'm ready to create a Big the Cat church.
Did somebody say Froggy? I mean, if we ever had like a Minecraft server, I feel like we would make one.
You should do that sometime, I'm telling you. But I don't think you
I don't even have Minecraft.
Well, you do on Xbox, but I don't have that.
That's just it. It's on Xbox. You don't even have an Xbox.
It's a cross-plat version. It's Minecraft Bedrock Edition, I believe is what it's called.
That's for Xbox One. I don't have an Xbox One. I have 360.
Okay, well, yeah, that one probably actually.
Yeah, no, the 360 one has been outdated for over a decade.
One of these days you'll get it on PC and we'll do a Minecraft LP.
Probably never. I have zero interest in Minecraft anymore.
We'll do a Terraria LP one of these days.
I have even less interest in that game. That is just one of those games I looked at and immediately went like, yeah, no, this is not for me.
That game has an end goal, though.
I mean, it's nice, but technically so does Minecraft.
I mean, Minecraft technically does too, but much less so. Yeah, but much less so. Honestly, the End Dragon stuff always felt very shoehorned. Not shoehorned, but like, yeah, well, yeah, shoehorned in the sense of like, they put it in just to be like, there's an ending!
But the casual player doesn't know what they're doing. Like, they're never gonna find that crap.
We should. I still think we should play one of those games. It'd be perfect for us as a co-op channel at some point.
Like, maybe as a stream game.
Yeah.
Although the thing, like, we have so many games on our backlog that we want to do as stream games. I mean, like RPG. Speaking of F-Zero, when are you gonna get around to that?
I don't know. Maybe after Bash. Maybe I can replace the Bash videos with that or something. It's not a bad idea.
It was intended to be co-op stuff, but we could do that.
It could give us just a little bit of a break, because, you know, Bash, it's kind of destroyed me.
Well, okay, but that's not going to be a little bit of a break. It wasn't, like, pretty sure how long to beat it takes, like, 100 hours to beat the game. It was something really long.
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to happen overnight. And if we're only having it reserved to one slot a week, it's literally never going to get finished.
Unless I have very long streams, which I could. I don't do anything on Saturdays. Because my life is boring.
Oh.
It's okay. Mayo's life is boring too.
Yay?
Just ask it from our specialists.
Hi, we are our specialists, and it's true, he is boring life.
I'm
not sure where I was going with that. I wasn't even trying to break my English at first, but then it's like, you know, it's already broken. Just break it more.
We're almost at the best level in the game, or one of the 2 best levels in the game that we get to do twice over. This will be great.
Actually,
you know the level.
Actually, we have to do it a minimum of 8 times.
A minimum of 8?
Minimum.
Do you have to do it again for points?
Yep. Tied to emblems.
Okay.
You know it's tied to emblems because I was complaining to you about that specific emblem earlier.
I forgot.
It was yesterday!
Yeah, but you really overestimate my memory, apparently. Or, yeah, you overestimate, because my memory is awful. Literally, somebody told me something today, and I forgot so fast. Twice. So it was someone's name at that.
Oh no. Also, first time we get to see Knuckles, and he's already trying to beat us up.
Yeah. There's no context yet.
Yeah, 0 context so far. You aren't gonna get it until you do Knuckles' story. Alright, ready for the hardest boss in the game? You gotta get prepared, this is really hard.
He punched?
Really hard. Really, I swear.
Hardest boss in the entire game. I can't believe you beat him first try, honestly.
I know, right?
Also, I don't even think you have to spin dash. Can't you just auto? Can't you just homing attack into him and it works literally the same?
Yes, but he's way more likely to. He's way more likely to retaliate if you homing attack.
Ah, okay.
The game clearly intends for you to spin dash.
Funny enough, he is not actually the easiest boss in this game.
Surprisingly. Although he's in the
those all are reserved to, well, I don't know if you, well, it depends on how you do things. I would say literally every, except for the last E102 boss is literally easier. It's like same logic, except you just spam shoot button and it works. You don't even have to aim. at least for the Knuckles battle, you have to aim. Kind of.
Hey, pressing the B button is really hard.
No, it's not. It's ridiculously hard.
Okay, but you have me worried there for a second.
As a matter of fact, some would argue it's the most difficult thing in the entire universe combined.
I have more trauma with this than I feel like your average player of this game, so I'm not gonna moan over it too much, just,
This boss sucks, it's just so boring, and it takes like 4 minutes, and you have to do it like 6 times.
Yep, I think you have to do it 7 times.
It's not... Oh, for the emblems. Even more fun.
Yeah, no, my personal trauma for this comes from my attempts of trying to beat this game jumpless, because this is where it would always die. I am positive it's possible, but you have to be absurdly lucky with where your rings end up is the issue.
Yeah, I would say this is probably possible, but a pain in the ass if I had to guess. Or a pain in the butt for all those, all you Christian kids out there. That was a joke. Don't be upset at my joke.
It's okay, none of his jokes are funny, we know.
Why you had to put it so bluntly?
Well, you're kind of asking for it at that point.
Mayo, just say you hate me already. It's whatever.
Wait.
Yes, that is what I'm doing. I am trying. Though Attack 2 is currently over.
Over? We never started Attack 2.
Or I meant to say TAC. Just not. I don't know why I specified TAC 2. TAC 2, more like the poo-poo. It'll still be an interesting game to inevitably play.
Go back to how long has it been since Attack 1? No, we have a cussing train going on, so
it's been a while. It's not like the story of this game matters, to be honest.
I mean, it does matter.
Trying to put it together is a mess.
It makes sense like 95% of the time, just the 5% of the time where they change one random thing.
Or that one time that they, for some reason, decided Big the Cat needs to know about Tikal and all that sort of stuff when he really doesn't.
I mean, he doesn't need to, but that's not really making a mess out of the story, per se.
Oh, it's not. It's just funny to me. I just like to think about it, because it's stupid and really funny to me.
I mean, I think it's funnier to know the fact that technically Big knows as much about Tikal in his story as Sonic does in his.
Yeah, that is really funny. And does Big need to know anything? Nope.
Absolutely not. I cannot... Okay, there's TAC. It was 2018. You can play with Knuckles.
Yep, so this is the... Well, I guess with Tails it kind of worked too. Anytime you meet a character, you get to play as them now, so... Like, I think when you save Tails, you're able to play as him, right?
Yeah.
Because obviously you don't battle Tails. Though it would be funny to watch Sonic battle Tails.
I mean, there are really weird ways you can unlock characters, but I think Tails, you're literally forced to get it because he'd be the first character you get a Sonic. But I think everyone else, there's multiple ways you can unlock.
Well, yeah, because it depends on which like
story,
and
yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah. I love stories.
Oh,
You know how
that's actually
they-
warping.
You know how there was all those Telltale games, random what's it called? Random stories. When will we get Sonic? I know Telltale's out of business now, but when will we get Sonic story, a Telltale game?
Telltale's kind of back.
Yeah, didn't they get like
They get bought out. I
back
think
like
it was
immediately
WB
after?
or someone.
Yeah, it was like immediately after they like went out of business too, I think.
Yeah.
Right? I want that. I want Sonic I want Sonic Adventure, a Telltale story. Or not even Sonic Adventure, just Sonic the Hedgehog, a Telltale story. Honestly, you know, I say that as a joke, but honestly, that could work.
Oh, the HUD was not scaled. Oh no. They didn't scale the reticle. Whoever made
Look
the
how great
mod
that
for
tornado
the-
Dex also looks.
It looks fine in the cutscene.
But yeah, back on the Telltale thing though, I do want to admit, because now that I think about it,
I don't even have to think about it,
you-
except for the fact that you're a meme lord. You think everything's
well, no, I was
glorious.
actually thinking about this. It surprisingly probably wouldn't be that bad, like as bad as you would maybe think.
I wouldn't think about it at all.
Yeah, I mean, like you could literally get you could just do it in the form of like Archie comics, and it probably be pretty darn good
exactly.
actually.
Like there's a reason that series went as long as it did, and technically still is, just rebranded as IEW.
Yeah. Remember when Sonic married Sally?
I didn't read that issue.
Well, they're married, unsurprisingly. I haven't actually really read it, to be fair. I just kind of like know little bits and bobs.
That's pretty much where I rely on Archie.
Not that it's bad. 'Cause what I've read
no,
is
like I've heard it's
surprisingly
really
decent.
good. It's just I've read bits and pieces, and yeah, it was pretty good. It's just the problem is it always builds on top of itself, and when it's going for 20+ years, it is not beginner friendly at all.
It's like comic books, but it's one continuous story as opposed to a whole bunch of different universes.
Yeah. Like basically, you have to do a lot of homework to get into it. I just don't think it was worth the time investment.
Yep. Maybe
Again,
some
that's why
of
it was
it.
okay with going to the IDWs, because they finally had an excuse to reboot it, so you don't have to know everything that happened over the last 25 years.
Do they still have like the same characters like Sally and all that sort of stuff?
Sally's gone. Basically, if they weren't in Sonic Forces, they aren't in IDW, basically.
Why would they get rid of the best character?
I mean, Sally's was a carryover from the classic games anyway. She didn't really belong in the first place.
Didn't she appear in like one random like one-off game?
I mean, I guess she had like her model showed up in Spinball. Does that count? And she wasn't alone in that.
Yes. I mean, there's a lot of random one-off characters like Bang!
Technically, Fang's a 2-off now,
Well, technically, yeah.
because Sonic Mania.
I love Sonic the Hedgehog. The Gorgalorg.
I found Tails! Just gotta dig about 30 feet
Tails!
deeper.
Shout out to Surviving Falls. Lots of
Didn't realize
falls.
out there. Yeah.
What's this kid just doing on the beach anyways?
No idea.
It's sundown. It's sundown. Go away.
Well, it is 25 minutes in. I'm gonna run through Amokos real quick as I can, so I can get my animals up. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not getting 50 rings to destroy the capsule. I'm not gonna finish the stage. I just want to get 10 animals and I'm leaving. This just happens to be really close to the Chow Garden, so it works.
Where's the Chowder Garden?
I'm not humoring that with the response.
Did you ever see that show, Chowder? It made me think of the show.
I heard it was terrible.
No, I didn't think it was terrible. I thought it was good.
I was way too old for that show, too. Probably didn't help.
So was I, but I'm a dumb man-child, so... Yes, you can call me that from now on, Mayo. You have my permission.
Okay.
We heard it here, folks. He's a dumb man-child.
Oh, that is so
So
small.
how's your day, man? That's what she said.
You get out. You get out. You're getting out of the water one way or another. Stinky, get out of the water.
Stinky! You'll learn one of these days you can't swim.
I'll make you learn.
Oh god. It sounds like a drowning joke.
What's your swim level? You're 22. You're also 20. Oh boy. Where's Stinky?
So stinky!
Because you're the only one that I don't know the swim level of.
Can we just give a special thanks to you calling him Stinky? I know I gave the name, it's just really funny to me that you still accepted it. Though I know the only reason why you accepted the name Stinky was because it literally sounds like an SA2 random name, which is my thought process when I thought of the name anyway.
So Stinky's a level below. I need more runners. I don't have any levels for that yet.
Did you say it was running and swimming were the most important in this game?
Yeah, so Stinky isn't almost certainly not going to be the one I use then.
Poor Stinky. Maybe he should have showered more. Maybe that's why he was in the water, because he's stinky.
Maybe. Like, you're probably gonna get them all enough animals to at least make so they can swim. But she needs to get them to points 50 for that.
Stink or swim.
Someone say sink or swim?
No, don't do it. Don't do it, Mayo. Don't get Stinky and put him in the water.
Let's go check out the black market, because I didn't do it last time. Oh, they didn't fix the HUD for this either. The black
Look how
market.
Small it is.
Like various items of earrings. By the way, that's a blatant lie. You can buy various items with earrings. You can only carry one. Alright, I can buy a chow for it. That's all I care about.
I love bad translations. I love terrible translations. They make me feel good.
I wasn't aware there was actually a problem with the
About my
translation there.
spelling. You said you can trade items.
You can, yeah.
It's supposed to be items. I would assume that constitutes as a translation error.
I mean, that's more of a typo, if anything. I see it.
It could be a mixture of both.
I mean, technically, you can only trade one thing at a time. I still see it. I'm not doing anything about it.
Well, if you can trade one thing at a time, I guess that it wasn't incorrect. It was correct all along, and we were just stupid. We should have known, Mayo. We should have known that they were right.
Unfortunately, I can't move my camera to the left. I tried finding a controller button to it for the longest time. It just didn't work. Like, I can bind it to the other direction.
Shout out to Mayo Doctor for constantly abusing his chow.
Of course, it's Stinky again.
It's always Stinky, huh?
I'm not trying to abuse Stinky. It just turns out that way.
Actually, no, I think you abused George last time on accident.
I abused one of them.
Yeah, I think it was George, because George is the gold one, right?
I think so.
Then yeah, I think you accidentally assaulted him. Is there a way to get rid? I think there's not a way to get rid of their thing here, but is there? They're
no, SA2 only. The only way you'd be able to do it here is if you used Chow Edge or program.
Okay. That's what I figured, because I think you told me about that at some point too, back in the day. Of course, I remember some weird, odd facts, as opposed to something that is actually important.
Yep.
Or I guess more important.
Thank you all for watching, and next time we will be going to other stages. I think Twinkle Park is next. So see y'all then.
I believe Twinkle Park is next, so yes. And then it's Speed Highway, and then it's Lost Jungle, or Lost Empire, whatever.
Red Mountain.
I love you guys. Red Mountain, that one. Yeah, sorry, then it's Lost Empire.
No, it's not.
Shit. End the video. Chicken tenders, bye!
Well, toast.